Welcome to Zero Spin Podcast. And today I found an interesting tweet. It's by Ashley. And it says men will sleep with as many women as possible, brag about body counts like video game score, and get high fives for playing the field. But when a woman enjoys her sexuality and has the same freedom, society labels her a slut, questions her value, and acts like she's damaged goods. So, what do you guys think about that?
I think it's true. I mean, it is true. How is it not true?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack about it though, but there really is. I
I
mean,
mean, in my reality, it's true.
I'm glad you put it that way because it's your perspective, and that's a nice way of putting that. But as far as the whole thing of women are the gatekeepers of sex, so to speak. Men hunt after women to get the sex. So when a woman's handing out the whole bakery and you get to glaze it, knead the dough, smack it, all that stuff, and she has no objections to any and everything you might want to do, it kind of does have a different connotation to it. Because what's the worst a woman could like? If a man slutted out and he sleeps with a woman, like what's the worst that she could technically say he's like a whore for? Um, there ain't much, but I can tell you so many times I've heard stories of women uh being with like five, two, three, four, five guys at the same time, all the orifices occupied and fluids everywhere, but like with a
TMI, TMI, TMI.
I mean, if we're being honest about it, that's why the connotation is kind of bad because you hear those type of stories and it's kind of like that's why I asked the question: what's the worst a woman could say about a guy as far as him being nasty?
Nah, I mean, everybody focusing on like, what's the worst a person can say about another person? I'm just get it to y'all straight up. If you got high body count, whether it be a man or female, you nasty. Y'all need Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
That
need to
they
get in the
do.
church.
That they
Y'all
do.
need to repent, man. Like, damn. Like, what wrong? Cause like she, like that comment and the fact that she woman making that comment, like she trying to flip it the way like she trying to take the attention off women. I like me personally, from my personal experience, if a nigga had a high body count, we would call him a hoe ass nigga. He knew he was a hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get a free pass. I don't high five a nigga like that. If anything, I'm hiding my girlfriend from a nigga like that. I'm like, he's out on the loose, slanging dangling everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that nigga around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want him around none of the female friends I got. And I'm like, hey, boy, hell no. Get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? That, I'm like, it's just, some things just need to be addressed as what the fuck they is. Like, it's like them. It's almost like them motherfuckers took sex ed and then like ever since then been fucked in the head and like just been running around like, oh yeah, I gotta have it. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, if you have somebody you like and you in a relationship and y'all bang it out on a consistent basis, ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, you switching up multiple partners and shit, I'm like, it's all the same shit, dog. Titties and ass, same shit, all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? It might be different color, you know what I'm saying? Different sizes or whatnot. Same thing with females. Dong is different sizes, bro. Like, I'm like, but it's the same thing essentially. That's why I don't get the hype around that shit with sleeping around with different people. I'm like, damn, like, you ain't scared of STDs out this motherfucker? Like, what we doing?
I mean, it's true that women are the gatekeepers of that activity. However, there are nuances because there's grape. So even if the woman says no, there's some men who just gonna take it anyway. And then number two is that women tend to sleep around because of resources. Men just sleep around just because. If you think about it, men really don't need anything from women. They can work, they can do whatever they need to do. But some women historically weren't able to work and have their own resources. So, how do you get the resources? Well, you get with the person who has the resources. And how do you get the resources out of them? Give them something they want, which is, the sexy time. So, I mean, it's bad for both to do it. I agree. I don't condone either gender doing it, but it's kind of worse when the men do it because they're just doing it just because.
But see, my thing about all of this is, like we said before, women are the gatekeepers of sex. But I'm like, you got some women out here that hear a nigga body count like in the hundreds and still sleep with them. That's the part I do not get. Like,
well, then my
like,
my counter argument is what his resources looking like, because some women will bypass that for real. They'll be
right,
like,
yo,
oh,
but
he
I
got
mean,
money though.
But no, like from my reality and where I be at, and the people I meet, like most of these dudes, what I'm saying, they're typical Tyrone. Like they ain't got shit going on, they ain't doing shit. All the Pookie Ray Ray down type, like the way like I said before in the previous podcast, ain't got nothing but blunt wraps and beer to offer a chick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but his body count high as hell,
But
and I'm
aren't
like,
those
they hit
resources
it.
too? If she want that,
But I'm like, that's an extremely low like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a temporary thing. Like,
to you. But if she bout that life and that's what she want right then she gonna do what she gonna do.
I guess but that shit, they're crazy. It blows my mind. I'm like, shit, nigga ain't got no resources, not really, but shows up with some beer and some blunts. And like you said, I guess I could be taking as currency, I guess, in her mind. But yeah, high body count, and these niggas still be sleeping with females, and they know this nigga got a high body count and still do it. Either he got the resources like how you said, or like he known around the neighborhood as Sweet Dick Willie. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but I'm like, evidently, like the reason why I have a problem with this is because like only people who want to settle, I think only people who want to settle down and who want to quit that life is the motherfuckers that be bitching about it, because all the rest of the other people who got the high body counts, they still going strong. And I'm like, it shouldn't even matter realistically, because of the simple fact that I mean, like, it's hard to explain, because I'm like, I don't see like what the deal is, and like why they making this body count thing an issue, and then they trying to blame it on either sex, like men blame it on women, women blame it on men. But it's like, you in charge of your own decisions you make. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go out there and you about that life and shit like that, then you do that. My only thing is, we got these hoe ass niggas and chicks walking around here being reckless with their body parts, and I'm like, well, why, if y'all like sex that much, why do y'all go for people who don't have sex that much and try to, make a relationship with them? When I'm like, you should just stay in your own community of people who be slutting it out, and y'all can get it on all y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being with somebody who don't really do shit like that and trying to get them involved in that shit.
But it's like that whole porn star thing, like whether female or male porn star, it's like people know you done been living that life, but then when you say you want to retire, people are like, yeah, but weren't you that one who was doing all that, extra stuff? And like being a hoe comes with the labeling and the perception, and I think that's kind of what she getting at, which is why do women get it worse than guys as far as that perception and trying to.
No, that's a lie. Like, women don't get it worse. Men get it the same amount as females do. It's fair across the board to me. Like, so all that back and forth blaming sexes, no, y'all hoes, bro. Like, male or female. Like,
I think
y'all just doing the most with y'all body parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if that's the case, hook up with somebody who does the same shit as you that's the opposite sex. If you're a man, find a female that does that shit. If you're a female, find a man that do that shit. End of story.
I think men are more vocal with the name calling. Women, we call men names, but it's like in our group chats and behind the scenes. Men will publicly go out their way to shame women about it. And I guess that's where the perception that men don't get name called as much. Because I don't really see a bunch of ladies online like publicly shaming men for sleeping around. But I do see a lot of posts of men posting women's pictures, her nudes, and all that stuff, trying to publicly shame women. So I guess that's where the discrepancy of public opinion comes in.
But see, even with that, like I don't even get why dudes even do that shit.
Oh, they do it.
Like what the hell are you getting out of that, bro? Like,
He wants to terrorize her.
Yeah, like just cause you like, but see then I got so many questions. And then it's like, okay, are you heartbroken that she left you cause you was a whole ass nigga? And
Absolutely.
She didn't want to deal with that no more. Okay then, well, hey, whose fault is that? That's a whole ass nigga fault because like
I could stand corrected, but I don't ever see women posting.
You know what I'm saying? But
dangle dongle pictures and saying, "Oh, he's small and he's a whore" and all this. I don't see women doing that, but I do see men do like revenge.
Yeah, some women do
posting
that,
nudes and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, but my question is for the dudes that do that. Like, what are you getting out of that? Like, if you mad because she left you, then I'm like, why are you mad if your whole goal is to be a gigolo, a whole ass nigga? Wouldn't that shit not even matter to you? Cause you on to the next female, right? So how do you take the time out your day oh yeah, she don't want to mess with me no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna post her nudes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I guess his pride and ego is hurt.
Like, how is that?
Yeah, his feelings got hurt.
But women's feelings get hurt all the time when she find a dude that she like messing with another girl.
Yeah, but they don't resort to like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna take these penis pics he got. And
exactly. And make a whole website.
And I'm like,
it's the whole thing of like
women don't do that. I mean, maybe we should. Maybe I should start the website. Hey, this is a revenge website, y'all. Post all your ex nudes here if you want to get back at him.
See, y'all gotta understand. This is why my brain is hurting with this. Because if you're originally a whole ass dude or a whole ass chick, why do you care if somebody don't want to be with you? You're gonna cheat on that person eventually because of your whole tendencies.
They don't want to think
so
that far.
Why are you even taking the time out of your busy day to sit up there and post pictures and try to shame somebody online? That shit is dumb as fuck to me. Like, you're gonna find somebody else because you're hunting for sex because you're a hoe, male or female. You're a hoe.
I don't think they think that far.
Yeah, they really don't.
And I'm like, damn, like, I mean, you're not gonna keep this person around because due to your whole activities, it does not show signs of loyalty. Therefore, if that person break up with you, why the fuck do you care?
I mean,
why?
I guess they feeling just hurt. I don't know.
I think it's kind of like
I don't even understand that.
I think it's a mix of people like old traditional values getting mixed with like this new age sexual freedom and I can do what I want and you can't judge me, but when I want to settle down, I should be able to get, whoever I want, even if it's a straight-laced person who was never exposed to being hypersexual at all. But it's like you can't really mix the two because you being a hoe, that does affect you in more ways than one as far as being in a relationship and having certain feelings and views on sex and what that means for your relationship. It does affect you. I think a lot of people don't want to admit that or realize that, but I think that whole disconnect there, why people get so upset about it is because the traditional way is like, okay, the man's supposed to, be the provider, and the woman's supposed to be like this fair, pure maiden. And then like you got everybody nowadays, they're kind of just like, man, shit, I get on this scrolling app and I just hook up with whoever I can just because I'm bored.
But see, that's the thing that perplexes my mind right now, because it's like, how the hell can you have feelings if you a whole ass nigga or chick, but then at the same time you engage in meaningless, nonsensical ass sex all the fucking time? Like, if you can have sex with no feelings, why do you have feelings as far as being in a relationship with somebody? And if they break up with you, the first thing you do is take to the internet and want to post nudes of somebody like you shaming them.
I think they had feelings, but then their conscience got seared somewhere along the way. Like, maybe they had that first boyfriend or girlfriend that was legit, and then they got cheated on. So then they take it out on everybody else after.
But I don't get how you can have a conscience with a high body count. At that point in time, you
can't.
You just there for like you like having robo sex at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, hey, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think people doing that I don't think it's hedonism. Well, it might be in some social circles, but yeah. I don't think it has gotten to the point of hedonism. I think it's a bunch of people who got hurt by somebody else, and they're just having a bunch of revenge sex, honestly. Somebody hurt them along the way, and they're, instead of healing and moving on and letting it go and forgiving and forgetting about it, they are actively taking it out on everybody else that they encounter.
Yeah, that's I'll bite on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that to a certain extent, but my whole thing is like, if you got a high body count and you do something strange for some change, or you engage in whole activities, period, male or female, I consider you to not be a person with feelings at all. Because you
what are they? Human soup? A flesh bag? What is that?
A flesh toy, I guess. I don't know.
That's insane.
Because at that point in time, like, how can you sleep with 50 people and then you remember all 50 people and have an emotional tie to 50 people? You can't. Exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, most of the time, like, when they got a high body count, it's just meaningless sex, bro. Like, it's just like, okay, yeah, you got part A, I got part B, let's do this type shit. And it's like, okay, well, if that's how you want to live your life, you can't expect the person that you really like to have feelings for you like that. Because I'm like, shit, you ain't got no feelings left to give.
I mean, I just think it's a bunch of people running around trying to get revenge on whoever they was with prior, because that's the only rational, most logical conclusion I can come up with. Because most women, I think they don't mind being the fair maiden type, like archetype. Yeah. But when they hear they man cheating on them, then what's the first thing in their mind? Oh, I'm gonna cheat back.
Yeah, but that's like... So
then that's how they rack up body counts to teach this man a lesson for hurting her feelings.
But there's like... there's like a porn star getting in a relationship with somebody who's straight-laced while still being a porn star, and then getting mad at that straight-laced person when they cheat on them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then they do more porn.
I was like, what you getting mad for? You steady getting piped down, or whatever the case may be on video, and you still living that life. And this person who's not hypersexual like that with you, and they get tired of you and what you're doing, and they cheat on you, and you get mad. Like, make it make sense.
It's with that man off Dodgeball. The Ben Stiller character, they say nobody makes me bleed my own blood. That's why they get mad. I mean, I think it's gross either way. I think high body counts are just disgusting. And I think it comes down to a form of discipline, honestly. Like how you can see somebody's discipline, at least in the area of fitness, because of their body.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with body count. When I hear a certain body count is an amount or less, then I'm like, oh, okay, you have discipline in that area in your life.
Yeah.
But if I hear a certain amount or higher, I say to myself, oh, you don't have discipline. So I'm not going to mess with you because I have discipline and I don't want you to send my discipline off course. So then I just walk away. So it's like the same thing of gym people. If you have a ripped body, you have the choice of picking somebody who also has a ripped body or not based on your own standards.
So
Yeah.
really, the whole body count thing, it's kind of like a nothing burger. It's really just both sides is nasty and bad. The perception either way, but I would say it does look perception wise worse for women because that's the one thing dudes. I, women don't think dudes tell the tea about them, but that's one thing dudes do tell about certain types of females. Like if you known to be nasty, dudes will tell the tea on you, and I think that's where females get it worse because dudes tell all the details, and it's like to the next man, it's like, dang, she just giving all that out for free. Like he ain't had to work for it, he ain't had to do nothing. So that kind of does look worse on that end. But the mechanics of just being a hoe, like you just a hoe, regardless if you male or female,
like
you
really.
just a hoe. But I think like the fact that women don't really have much to say as far as like how nasty a guy is, that's why they don't dudes don't really get that bad of a perception.
Oh, we do. We do say a lot of bad things about men. It's just not publicly, and we're not the ones running with the narrative. Men are.
So really, it's a bunch of punk ass dudes who spill the tea on women to make them look bad because they telling all the details. Females got you saying females got just as much details, but y'all really just don't say it like publicly like that.
Like, we say it within our own community, like amongst women, but we don't make it public per se.
But yeah, that see that what I was talking about earlier. Like,
Cause think
you know
about
what
it,
I'm
if
saying?
a
Like,
man
yeah,
if a man is talking about a whore and calling her all them names, okay, that might be true. She is a whore, but at the end of the day, he slept with her.
exactly.
So
exactly.
why is he pointing the finger at her when he engaged with her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
so the men are the ones who always want to call the kettle black first, but they're both black.
but
So
see, my thing is like, why you even spreading business like that in the first place, dog? Like, did she hurt your feelings or some shit? Like, you
That's
feel as though
Probably.
you feel as though you gotta get like the one up like on her personality and put her out there and be like, yeah, see, you talk about I ain't shit, you ain't shit neither. I'm like, I got news for you, partner. And then one of y'all shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't understand like all the gossip and the talk and people putting people out there. It's like, dog, like, ain't there one of y'all shit? So
'Cause
like,
the first
what?
thing I'm gonna say to the dude is like, you slept with her though.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does that make you?
Like, what the hell, dog? Like, people don't. I don't think people mentally caught up yet to understand that, you know, before you open your mouth, like, just remember, like, what was said. You slept with her though, and she slept with him though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it boiled down to. Like, and then like, what I don't get on top of that is like people with high body counts don't seek out people with high body counts. They seek out
should.
people who don't have a high
They
body
should have
count.
a dating app.
Yeah, like if y'all want to get y'all freak nasty shit on, hey, do it in your own community, bro. Like, don't be coming outside of the community. See, what I have a problem with is them overly sexualized people wanting to settle down, so they come out of their community and try to get somebody on board that ain't never really lived that life like that.
But
But
people
that's what I have a
always
problem
want
with.
what they can't have.
yeah, that's why you get them haters. Like, see, this is what I mean. Like, see, y'all getting closer to it right here, which is okay. The woman might have slept around, right? As soon as she start talking to some straight laced dude, you gonna have all kind of dudes out of the woodwork. Like, why you messing with her? He go. That's what I'm saying about
Telling her business
he,
and
he
everything.
gonna, they gonna get to
yeah,
telling
like,
her business,
like,
all the
man,
details,
shit.
all the explicit stuff.
Shorty out there,
Yeah,
man.
but like, do they do that on the female side?
Talking about men?
Like, if a whole woman tried to get with a straight laced dude that people thought was like a good guy, do females run and tell that guy like all her details, like, oh, she nasty, she done did this and this, and you shouldn't get with her because she nasty like that?
Absolutely not. The most the women gonna do is try to sleep with the straight laced men themselves.
They gonna try to beat her to the
They
punch.
gonna try to beat her to the punch.
So on the female
Like, oh, I
end,
know she a hoe. She don't deserve this guy. Let me get her before she
She's
do.
not
so on the
worthy.
female
But she
end,
not that. Most women not gonna trash that girl.
They don't
I mean,
do
you
the-
might have the occasional hater be like, yeah, she's around the way. But the motive of the woman is not to trash her. The motive of the woman is to sleep with him before she does.
So it's more of a competition for resources. Like, if he's a good dude,
Absolutely.
they're like, okay, well, she a hoe. That's a trump card I could play if it get down to the wire. But
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I want what he got because I know he's a good guy and she don't deserve him.
okay, so it just dudes more front loaded, and they'll come to the dude or they'll say it out of earshot. Yeah, she a hoe, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's some
Yep.
gay stuff. Well, I'm not sure if I can say gay. No, don't cancel me. I'm sorry.
You can say it. People gay nowadays.
Please
It's
don't cancel
2026.
me.
Don't nobody care. It is it's very feminine coded of dudes to do shit like that.
I mean, no, man, no, folk, man.
I mean, the guy might be kind of gay if he trying to
That
get
boy
the
sweet.
guy.
That boy sweet, bro.
I don't have no, I don't have nothing against that,
That
but
boy sweet, man.
I mean, cause in my experience, like, I've only had like older dudes who done heard about certain females. They wouldn't tell all her details. They'd just be like, you might want to be careful with that one because I don't think she got your best interest in mind. But like,
Either that or they telling you she got some shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They be like, oh yeah, well, hey, they say she been burning people around here, man. You might want to be careful.
yeah, older
kinda shit,
dudes
like,
will
yeah.
tell you some good info, like some stuff you need to know. Like, okay, just be careful with her because she probably ain't got my best interest and she might be burning people and stuff. But like, dudes around your age or like younger, it's straight feminine coded. Like, I'm gonna tell you all her business because I'm mad that I'm not sleeping with her, or I slept with her like just the other week before she started talking to you and she did this, this, and this.
Yeah,
they're
but
just mad they don't have access to her anymore.
yeah. That's why I quit that too. I'm like, but you mostly hear guys talk about females in like a community environment, especially if they done lived in that neighborhood for like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time you'll hear old head tell you like, oh yeah, well, you might want to be careful with her. You know what I'm saying? Because he done heard through the grapevine and this, that, yada, yada. So then, like, he might be putting you up on game. Like, there's that flip side of that shit. But I'm like, for a nigga to be, man, like, hey, look, all right, if you a man and you get mad, you ain't got access to a female no more and decide to post her news online and shit, you a bitch. You a hoe ass nigga. You're like, just so you know. I mean, the reason being is because you with that whole shit. You had a girl on the side you was sleeping with while you was with her. The fact that she broke up with you and you gonna turn into a whole female about the situation and then wanna post revenge shit online, you a hoe. All rip.
Definitely. So I mean, I guess really the thing is for this post by Ashley really is just, if they hoes, they hoes. If you are a hoe, you can't escape people looking at you a certain type of way. especially if you just been sleeping around and you ain't been having relationships. Like, it's different if you a hoe in your relation. Well, I mean, if you dating somebody, can you really be a hoe? You just be nasty.
No, you just
Yeah,
nasty.
you
You
just
just
nasty
nasty with that person.
But
Hey.
if you dating people and you being nasty, like, most people don't really care. But if you sleeping around, people gonna look at you a certain way because you just not committing to anybody. You just passing your shit around like
After
nobody's
a while,
business.
Your name carries.
Yeah, people
Your
talk
name
about
carries, like, especially like that's why I never understood hypersexual people. Like, they go in their neighborhoods and they surround the area and do whole shit, and then like they, as soon as they hear their name associated with the word hoe, it's like, yeah, Johnny's a hoe. Then when Johnny talking, he's like, yeah, man, everybody in the neighborhood think you a hoe, man. Johnny like, oh my God, this is news to me. And I'm like, but you been sleeping with every female in the neighborhood. Like, what you thought was gonna happen, dog? Like,
you. Who's a hoe? I ain't no hoe.
like, how dare they call me a hoe ass nigga?
But
Like,
then you got-
are.
But then you got some guys who want to sleep with the women before other guys get with the women.
That's gay. That's gay.
So-
gay.
That's gay.
If Johnny in the neighborhood and he know 5 virgins in the neighborhood, who's to say he don't want to sleep with the 5 virgins just so he can be the first man to sleep with them and block the other men in the neighborhood?
Look,
He's gay and somewhat evil.
Check this out. Any man that's competing with his penis is gay.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Because, like, there's some dudes that'll get with a chick and sleep with her first just so you can sleep with her second and then double back and want to ask the chick, like, hey, who did it to you better, baby? Like, that's gay.
So gay.
That's gay. Like, why you worrying about another man's penis for, dog?
That's some Diddy stuff.
Yeah, like, why you worrying about another man's penis for, dog? Like,
I don't know. It happens.
But that shit is gay, bro. Like, why you trying to beat me to the punch with this female just so you can have sex with her first, just so you can go back behind my back after I sleep with her and ask her how the sex was?
Or
Why do you care?
or a warped sense of power and control because now he holds that over you. Oh, I slept with her first.
It's still gay.
That's gay, bro.
I mean, y'all call it what y'all want, but I mean,
Like, why he care?
That's what I'm saying.
because he wants power and control.
That's that Ray J shit. I hit it first. Like, nigga, don't nobody care.
Or
like,
Bow Wow, didn't Bow Wow say that with Sierra?
I think
don't
so.
Nobody.
I had that beef first.
Yeah, but
She
I'm
went
like-
and got married.
Don't nobody care. If you was that good, she would have
Bow Wow
stayed with
don't
your
look
ass.
the best right now either. Sierra picked the right guy, but
Wait, my whole thing be like, what are we accomplishing with this shit, bro? Like,
I mean, some women do it too. They'll see some nerdy guy don't nobody want, and the minute another woman say she want him, she'll go sleep with him first
What that song
and be
is,
like, "Oh, well, I slept with him first. You can have him now."
What that song is, I take your man.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I just don't get it. That shit is one of the things since the dawn of time that has puzzled my brain. Like, why do you want to hit it first so badly? And
To
then-
one up the other person.
but you're not one upping me. Like, I can walk away. If I'm runner up, I can walk away.
It's
I can
a
choose
one-sided
to
competition.
walk away. Like, and then you will never know. Like,
It's-
ever.
I don't know. I mean, once you done been to like a strip club, you realize everybody got the same thing, and it's like
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like they should take young men to a strip club so he can see that regardless of the race of the woman,
It's the
everybody
same.
has the exact same anatomy.
That's it.
So then it's like, what are you really chasing after?
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
You become desensitized to it.
that's a good point, and a lot of people probably gonna say they don't agree with it, but I feel like a lot of people do need to be desensitized or more exposed healthily to sex, or at least seeing naked bodies or something.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers just be too hypersexualized and just be too hot and ready to like hoe it out and
jump on anything.
Yeah, and it's like
it's always so fascinating,
No,
and
that
it's
shit
like
ain't it's
once
same
you-
shit
this is
over
a
and
human
over and
experience.
over.
This is
once
just
you-
anatomy.
Once
So
you done seen it and you done expanded your palette of what's attractive and what you like and everything like that, there ain't shit to figure out and it gets boring. Like it just like, okay, that's nice, but what's better for me in the long term? Is this a long term person for me? That's the stuff you start caring about later. But a lot of people, they just don't get exposed to or get that out of their system, and they end up hoeing around, and then they get upset when people look at them like they's a hoe, because it's like, when you're a hoe, people know you're not consistent. There ain't shit they can get out of you that is meaningful. Like, sex don't even matter to most people anyway.
That shit is off the table. Like, if you get with if a straight laced person get with a hoe, bro, like, it might be exciting at first, but then after a while, you gonna get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, like, okay, whatever, and then like you gonna get tired of dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, hypersexualized people should stay in a community of other hypersexualized
they're not
people.
gonna do that. They're never gonna do that.
I'm like, but hey,
because they always want something they can't have.
Yep.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Oh man, Becky with the fat ass, she ain't never had a boyfriend. I'm gonna jump on that.
Like, and I don't even condone strip clubs, male or female strip clubs. But if people gonna agree to work there, then I mean, you're gonna see the same thing in different shapes and sizes.
I'll condone them. They're a great place to get used to certain things and to realize how life really is. Like, you wouldn't be surprised how much better my conversational skills got just going to strip clubs. Because, like, I wasn't really fascinated by the nakedness or nothing like that. It would just, sometimes you don't really get to talk to very many females at certain points, but, like, you go somewhere where that's kind of, like, customary. That's what they have to do. You learn how to talk to them, and you learn a lot of stories and a lot of do's and don'ts from some of those people. Like, strippers are actually very friendly, and they tell you some nice things to know. They're actually really cool.
Male and female strippers are people too.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
They are very informative.
They are.
I mean, that's the life they chose for that season. So I mean, they're still human, just like me and everybody else.
You want to know the crazy thing about that and all this is, them folk that work in the actual strip club, they don't be online whining, talking about they can't get nobody.
Like, they already know.
Yeah, because they already done accepted, like, oh, this is what it is. And, if I find somebody, I find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't, then they don't. They'll just, keep searching, I guess. But they don't be whining about that type of shit. They don't really care. Like, they just be like, oh, okay, yeah, let me get my money, dog. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, there's going to come a time when they want to settle down, which is true, but they already know what's going on, like, you know what I'm saying?
But the
like,
consequences are already there.
Yeah, they already accepted the consequences of what they're doing. It's just like people like, oh girl, like, get online and bitch about a life decision she made. That shit irks me. Like, it could be a dude that do that shit. I tell him too, man. Hey, look. Hey, suck that shit up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you chose that life. Didn't nobody tell you, you know what I'm saying, you had to do what you did. You did what you did. Accept the consequences, bro. Like life is life, bro. Like, if people ain't going for that shit, find some people who are going for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't make it everybody else's problem online, like, just because you having a bad moment or a bad season.
They're going to, because they're in their feelings. But
Well, people just don't have discipline. I think that's the thing. Because if the roles were I can't even speak. If the roles were reversed and women were the one, it was a matriarchy, and women always had the money and the resources, you don't think men would be tricking and hoeing
they do
a lot more to get money?
Men would love that shit.
Exactly. So it's like, I guess the narrative I don't agree with is that men want women to be pure, but then they want to sleep with them at the same time, making them unpure. and then they want to lord their resources over the women that they know the women can't readily acquire as fast or efficient as he can.
So it's double standards and punk ass dudes.
Yeah, it's like the only reason why there is strip clubs and like red light districts and stuff is because men have the money.
Yep.
Historically, like I know there's women and girl bosses out there who making money. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying how it was set up historically. Men always had the resources first.
Yeah.
So then why are you faulting the women for sleeping with the men to get the resources if the men don't freely give their resources?
Because he can't have his pristine queen and still be a hoe.
But she's only not pristine because he slept with her.
He ain't think that far.
I mean,
people don't actually
she can't be a
things
hoe
through,
unless
you know
there
what I
are
mean?
men sleeping with her. Men actually devalue women.
Yeah, I mean, and
Women don't devalue men.
I don't doubt that there are some accidental hoes, like people who just ain't quite right upstairs, and they think everybody mean them well, and so they just give out too much too freely. There are some people who are like that, but I think in general, some of these people, most of these people they just don't think that far. They just see what's in front of their face, and they think they can't nobody peep their game or their hand at what they're doing, and then they get upset when they can't get what they want because people know about them.
Well, that's manipulation. So
All the way. All the way.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see how any man can call. I don't see how any man can call a woman a whore if he slept with a woman.
Yeah.
He done got his feelings hurt though.
Think about it, because he created a whore, right? By his own definition.
Yeah.
If a whore is a woman who slept with a man, then by definition, if he has ever slept with a woman, he has created a whore.
Yeah, shit. I mean, technically, yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
let's
a
get
lot of
very
these
logical
people-
about the name
a
calling.
lot of these
so.
people don't get married. They ain't in a relationship. So, I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So men create whores and baby mamas because they sleep with the women but then don't stick around and honor the commitment.
And then he'll turn around, point at her house, and be like, "She's a hoe."
And then it's like when the woman say, "But you slept with me," they ready to burn her like a witch in the Salem trials or something. Like
That's only men that ain't really secure with their emotions.
There's a lot of
that had to been me, and she's like, "Yeah, but you slept with me." I like, "Yeah, what you doing next week?"
oh my gosh.
there are a lot.
Same time next week.
There are a lot of feminine coded dudes out here now. There are, but that's a whole can of worms. That topic there.
Like that's like having a dog and you throw mud on the dog and get mad because the dog dirty. But you threw the mud on the dog though.
Yep.
So then what does that make you? A dirty dogger? Like you just throwing around tainting dogs? All the dogs in the neighborhood gonna be fearful and be like, yeah, don't go around that guy.
It'd be like them people on YouTube who stage those animal rescues, knowing that they the one who put the animal in like a
In
plastic
harm's
bag.
way.
Yeah, they put the animal in a plastic bag and left it on the side of the freeway, and they're like, "Oh, we gonna rescue this animal."
Get the camera out.
I like, damn. Yeah, cause speaking of which, on a side note, when they had that documentary about them I guess like platypuses or something like that, like or lemmings or whatever the hell they call them. They actually chased behind the animal and made the animals run off the cliff, and then
documented them
and filmed the shit, and
that
were
is
like,
so sad.
"Oh yeah, if they get scared, this is what they do." And it's like, no, you did that. You had sticks behind them, rushing them off of the cliff, and it's like, they were trying to make it seem like when the animal gets scared, like in they little herd or whatever, they commit like this like mass genocide, like they just go off of the cliff and just fall to their deaths by themselves. the whole time. And I finally figured it out. I finally got some information on that document. Them camera folks was right behind them things with sticks and whatever the hell else and pushed them off the cliff.
That is insane.
For a documentary.
That is not funny, but it's
Just a
I
side
don't know
note.
how I feel about that.
It's a morbid kind of funny, but it ain't right.
Hey, so it's like.
But I mean, isn't that not what men do to women? It's like,
yeah.
oh,
agree.
she's a hoe, but the fact that you slept with her technically made her a hoe. She was not a hoe before you.
Where sometimes.
But I'm like,
I mean, sometimes, but just like if you have a virgin and she ain't slept with nobody and she sleep with that one crazy guy and he going around telling her she's a hoe because they break up. Well, she was a virgin before she met you, so technically you made her a hoe.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like, some dudes get with females and abuse the trust that they give for letting him, experience their body. And then now he running and telling everybody else, yeah, man, she let me do everything, man.
Yeah, like, what's the point of telling everybody that?
I would think you want to keep that to yourself.
You
She
would.
do everything, because now she ain't going to be as available to you no more as she once was.
But then she's not available as long as he keep running with that narrative. Then she's not available to other potential suitors either.
But they gonna try to get it because he said something.
Yeah, they gonna try to go out their way to get her attention because he said something. But now he on the back end ain't got access to her no more, and it was his own undoing that did him in. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't putting the information out there. So who's to say amongst some dudes he putting the information out? It might be a good dude, and the good dude might be like, oh well, shit, she a freaking sheets. He might go ahead and snatch her up and be like, hey, well, shit, long as she with me, you know what I'm saying? So now that access he thought he had and putting her business out there, like that shit's no more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody just devaluing each other until they get married. And then that's when you get a boost in value again.
Well, no, not necessarily.
You know how many people just be waiting to sleep with married people?
Hey, that
Yeah,
what
they
I'm about to get
nasty.
on. Yeah,
Like, those folks are crazy.
Yeah,
So it's like you get all this high body count and then nobody wants you. And then you find somebody who wants to marry you and then you get boost HP 20 and everybody wants to like be with you again because you have a wedding ring on.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Some people just love the thrill of being a home wrecker.
It's just
It's
crazy. I don't get that.
I don't get people.
I don't get society
like,
anymore.
Yeah, this
Some
shit is
people
fucked, man.
specifically target married people.
They
just
do.
because.
Yeah, I mean,
They got even more resources. They get a whole marriage. They got a house. They got a car.
this shit's fucked, man.
It is.
Like,
It's real messed up.
everything's just jacked up.
I guess that brings me to this topic. Tim Pool. A little bit of a shift in topics, but he says, I think a large component of the economic issues right now is that no one wants to work, and I don't mean just low skill. It seems every day more and more people that I know are just checking out.
Absolutely.
Why do you think that is, though?
Because nothing is attainable anymore. We live in a streaming society. And I mean, I'm saying streaming, but I mean nothing is permanent. You can't own anything. You can only enjoy it for a time being.
True. I mean, I would say people don't like the work because they don't see the benefit of it anymore. Like how you saying, like it's hard to actually own things nowadays. I keep seeing a lot of posts where people talk about living in like the early 90s and stuff like that, where they could work at like the steel mill for 20 plus years, afford a house, a car, and have like 5 kids, and they were not broke by any means. But nowadays, shoot, you go to work, your whole check about gone.
And where is it gone? For rent? Are you ever going to own that apartment? No.
No.
Are you ever going to own any piece of land from investing in that apartment? No. So what's the point?
Yeah. I agree with him. I like, yeah. I mean, no, like, I'm gonna attack the mental part of this. Like, yeah, you can't afford shit nowadays, but everybody checking out because for the mental part, I believe, because it's like you go to work and you work like 8-10 hours, sometimes 12, but it's like you in a fucking adult daycare. You got to deal with different personalities and people being fucking stupid. Now, you may have your own household. You may have your own son, daughter, kids like that and stuff like that. You got to deal with at the house. And you get to looking at that shit and you like, man, I really got to deal with this nonsense. And I'm like, I have less problems at the house. You know what I'm saying? And all this for a paycheck. All this for a paycheck. And then like the management at work ain't gonna do nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel as though as long as they getting the work done and everything going smooth, then it's not their fucking problem. But I think people gotten to the point where it's like, we can't afford shit, so this shit is not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that I have to come to work and work to make somebody else rich, then I can't afford shit. And then, like, half of these motherfuckers I be wanting to swing on. All that is, like, attacking their mental, like, one time. The way, like, people just checking out and they like, man, you know what? This shit ain't even worth it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they trying to look for other avenues of working. Like, you know, stress-free, drama-free. They don't want to be around them crazy people like that no more.
So it's just the benefits are not outweighing the cost of people doing all this stuff just to basically live paycheck to paycheck.
Absolutely.
But
Where are the
then-
benefits?
But then you do, because I know there's gonna be some smart ass that's like, well, I make over 60K and my job's comfortable. Like, we ain't talking about your punk ass. Like,
Good
you
for
not
you.
you
Nah,
not
nah.
the average person.
Nah, check
you
this
really
out.
not.
No, check this out. I'm going to give you a real life example of why, even if that person got on there and commented, I have a counter argument. Most of the managers and stuff, like, that I knew from, like, past jobs, they were petty. Okay? And the reason why I say they were petty is because they would sit up there and they're in charge of the stuff, right? Like, you ever get to a job where, like, there's like people in charge that are in charge for that specific area of expertise, but then, like, when it comes down to it, like, they really don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but then, like, the manager would be petty as fuck, and, like, instead of him admitting he don't know, you know, what he doing, he'll find other people to put the blame on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So like, them people that say, oh yeah, I make X amount of dollars, that don't mean you're a good person.
You really don't.
By any
That's
means.
true.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you're a good person. Because, like, I don't give a damn how much you make. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of things in regards to work could be, you know, taken care of based off of people's personality and how they treat other people. You know what I'm saying? So, if you one of them dudes that like to blame shit on everybody, this one's for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want, like, to be honest with y'all, like, I don't want to work no more because, like I said earlier, there's a bunch of different factors. Like, there's a lot of things, like, and the more things pile up, the more I'm seeing like it's totally not worth it. Like that shit sucks ass, bro. Like
Yeah.
you get up in the morning like just to be like, yeah, let me go take my ass into work and deal with this bullshit. And I'm like, shit, maybe we should take a poll. How many people get to work early just to sit in the car, just so they can get mentally prepared before they walk in that motherfucker?
Man,
I mean,
done had plenty of them days. You sit in the car, you're like, man, I don't even want to.
I'm talking about like you get there 30 minutes early, just to sit
contemplate
in the
driving
car.
off.
Just to sit in the car to contemplate driving off, or to contemplate whether or not you up for it mentally when you about to start your shift.
Because I don't think people are lazy. It's just, you spend all this time going to work. Even on the back end, people are like, well, you could always just skill up. And like, motherfucker, there are plenty of people who have over qualifications for degrees, with degrees and all that stuff, and who do go to school and skill up, but you still can't find a fucking job. And then even when you do get it, they try to lowball you. Or even if the pay is nice, you got a shithead manager. Like, there's just a lot of things that just don't really make it worth it. So like, even this is gonna sound bizarre. Some people might be like, nah, you lying. But even if I was making like 100,000 a year, if I had a incompetent ass manager, I would probably I'll probably leave that job. Like, I'll probably get enough money to carry me for a couple months, and I'll probably leave. Because some places you just can't stand working at, because it's the atmosphere and the people in charge and just how things run are just so inefficient and god awful that you can't do your job properly even if you wanted to.
Exactly.
but then if they're so incompetent, why are they still there?
Because people, that's another thing people don't
It's
like to
like
talk
that's
about.
the frustration.
That's what
Yeah.
blows my
Why,
mind.
if you have a toxic worker, regardless of seniority or whatever level they are, why are they still there if they're a toxic person?
People play favorites.
So then it's like, why are the people who play favorites still working there?
Exactly.
It's like a trickle down effect. It's like, I think people don't want to work because most of these jobs are getting toxic. They're getting dog eat dog, and they're doing stupid stuff to try to survive instead of trying to work together to survive.
Man, I still remember the story my friend told me. Told me he caught his manager and supervisor in the back. They was doing some nasty stuff in the back closet, and he walked in on them. And then after that day, he started showing up late to work and everything. He's like, I already knew I had them because I seen them doing the shit. So I was like, if y'all wasting time and I gotta bust my ass, nah, me seeing y'all fucking in the back, I'm showing up whenever the fuck I want to now. They didn't do a damn thing about it, because it's sad to say.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Like, sad to say, stuff like that happens behind the scenes, and it's like people would like to think that it doesn't, and people like to think that people aren't so like stupid brain to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep her on the roster because she got a fat ass, or I'm gonna keep him on the roster because he cute and he work good. People don't think people do that shit, but it's a reality, and it happens quite more often than you think it does.
I think people don't want to work because the merit based system is getting eroded.
Yeah.
If people were rewarded based on their output and their own effort, I think more people would want to work. But that's not how the system is set up. So the only other way is for people to be their own bosses and barter. I think people would work then. But as long as you have incompetence trumping merit, then people are not going to want to work.
Pretty much. That's the one thing I will say about this younger generation that is coming up. They see through a lot of the bullshit that, some of the older generations have been perpetuating and been setting up. to be as normal. A lot of them are just like, this don't make no fucking sense. I don't want no parts of it. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think that's why people are sad, because when you go to work, it's a constant reminder that you are not choosing your own destiny and your own path. Somebody else is choosing it for you. Meaning you can get to work and be having a good day, but then your boss is having a bad day, so now you're having a bad day.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't choose that. I was choosing to have a good day before I interacted with you. So it's like, I think people psychologically are getting worn down because they can't make their own choices for themselves and do what's best for them. It's kind of like the whole work from home and in office debate. Like, a lot of people would choose to work from home to make life easier for them and their families. But then there's people who just want to be in the office and got to be in the office. So then if you need that money in that season, what do you have to do? You have to relent. But while you're relenting, what you doing at work? You're being unhappy because you couldn't choose what was best for you.
Yeah. The people that want to go to work, just for the record, the people that want to go to work instead of working at home, they be the messy ones.
Yeah, they do.
And then it's like, technology is advancing, and it's already been proven that people can work from home for certain professions. So then you still got people who still don't want that. So then how do you fight that?
Tell them shut the fuck up.
They the messy ones. Them ones that want to go in the office and stare another person in the face. Them be the ones with all the office rumors.
Yeah.
The telling on this person, backstabbing, all that shit. They love that shit.
So then,
that's why they want to go to work.
So then it's only to have proximity to spread negativity.
Exactly. They agents of negativity.
So then why do they get the loudest voice in the room?
Because chances are the manager is also a negative ass nigga.
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. These places are employing active Mr. Smith agents to spread negativity. And I think that's why people don't want to work anymore, because there's so many businesses that are spreading negativity instead of allowing the positive, responsible people to just do what they're good at doing.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000%. On that one. Cause I'm like, I ain't never seen a business that works flawlessly. Like, everybody gets along, they ain't got no problems, no issues. And then even if they get a toxic person, like right off rip, they
just
silence that toxic person. Like, they ain't trying to keep that person for no longer. Like, let's say that person signed up and within a week they knew that person was toxic. That person gone. I ain't never seen that shit ever in my life.
That's the funny thing. A lot of these businesses, they have this at-will employment, so they could technically.
They could.
But they just don't.
But people need to understand that negativity is spreadable. So you might be thinking, oh, I'm tired, I'm depressed, I'm sad. But you really got to go home and question, are those your feelings? Or are you picking those feelings up from something else that's around you and influencing you every day?
Yep. Because 9 times out of 10, you don't think it affects you, and it doesn't directly. You know what I'm saying? But indirectly, you carry that shit going home.
Exactly.
And then when you get to your place of residence, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit be thrown off because you done had to deal with a negative ass manager or negative ass coworkers, and you know all that shit. Like, that shit leaves a foul stench on you once you leave the office and you come back home, or you leave the warehouse and you come back home. Like, it's like, if you really check your emotions, like from the time you go to work up until the time you get off and you head back home, you'll see that atmosphere leaves a foul stench on you when you come back home.
And then what happens? You beefing with your spouse, you get a divorce, not picking up on a pattern that your manager and everybody on the team is also divorced.
Yep.
So then it's like you thinking you going through all this stuff because it's you, but it's really your environment.
Yep.
But you can't escape that environment for that season because of, financial reasons. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of mental health stuff, people think they got anxiety and depression. I'm not saying that people don't have it, but I'm saying statistically there probably is a percentage of people who only have it because of the people that they are actually around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people
true.
don't deal so good with certain situations or certain types of stress. But yeah, the working world is just cooked anyway. But it brings me to, well, depending on your sense of humor, um, a lighter topic, but also a very serious one. Um, there's this story that's been going around about this Louisiana pastor, and he opened a can of whoop ass on the dude because the guy said to him that he was going, yeah, it's Pastor Tony Spell, but the guy told the pastor that he was gonna rape his wife, his grandchildren, and said some shit like next time he goes out of town he's gonna kill them and rape them and stuff like that. And he was like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And pastor wasn't playing no games. He went over there and threw them hands. uh and apparently the pastor, he got arrested, and they gave him, I think it's like some misdemeanor summonses. No, that's for something else. But he got reportedly arrested and booked for second degree battery. Um, in my personal opinion, I feel there's some things that you just don't say when you are speaking threat language to somebody about them or their family. I'm not saying in the on paper with the law. I know you might be like, well, it's wrong, but me personally as a person, some shit you don't say. You don't threaten somebody's family or their life and expect to not get some hands put on you. That's threat language. You shouldn't even go there. Because reasonably speaking, most people will take that as you like actively threatening them, and it's gonna piss them off, and they gonna want to do something about it. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I don't think they should have. This is one of them cases where I'm like, I understand why he did it, and I don't think they should have booked him for that. Cause I mean, dude just showed up and said all that nasty shit. Like, you gotta be some type of evil person to say some shit like that to a pastor.
Hey, hey. Let me clear my throat for this one. Listen to me loud and clear, everyone. Free Pastor Tony. The reason being is because, like, he literally was doing the Lord's work. He put hands on that demon that was in that man, bro. He took it to a physical level, and he should not be charged for exercising a demon out of that man with his fist. He should not be held in contempt for that.
They need to start a GoFundMe.
They should. I mean, he did, yeah, he went over.
I don't
beat
think
them
he should be
demons out of
charged.
Yeah,
him.
he shouldn't be charged for that. Like, if obviously, see, this what they like to ignore. This what like a lot of people like to ignore. If the pastor did not provoke this man just came up there and started talking crazy, and he's saying vile shit like that. That's no longer a man you dealing with. That's a demon in that man's body you dealing with. So if he decides to put them holy hands on him so he can know next time you better not come to me with this craziness, and you better leave my family alone, demon, then he shouldn't be charged and have to go to jail for that. He doing the Lord's work.
I agree.
Like, he recognized the problem, and it was a demon that was in the body of this man. The man was demon possessed. He was exorcising that demon out of that man with his fist, bro. Like, I don't see why he got charged at all. Like, why is he even on paper? Huh? They should have been like, "What's your occupation?" "Oh, I'm a pastor." He's like, "Well, what happened, pastor?" "Well, he was talking crazy, talking about he gonna kill my family and all kind of shit." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, have a good night. And I'm like, I'm not finna rush you for that one. Now that dude who threatened him and said all that other stuff, he should be locked in jail under 24-hour surveillance. Because I mean, who does that? Like they just show up and yeah, I'm gonna mess up your whole family. Da, 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 da. Like who does that?
Yeah, I don't know nobody in real life you could like if somebody would have walked up to them and say they was gonna rape their family and kill their kids and their family. I don't know anybody who probably would not immediately want to punch you in the face for saying some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, but see, this guy, Pastor Tony, get what? He did not turn the other cheek. he was not finna do that. After he heard that, he was like, "Oh no, it's on."
I mean, I'm getting tired of society just ignoring God, just as a whole, because they always think that people who believe in God are just passive. Oh, they're not gonna do anything. If you read the Bible and read the Old Testament, God was God was killing some folks off. He was a warrior. He didn't just let evil run rampant. And I think evil only run rampant because some good people think they can't do anything about it. And this particular pastor did something about it. Because you got to think, if that man is terrorizing him and his family, who else is that man terrorizing?
Yeah, true.
So if
Good
you don't
point.
put a stop to it, then it's just gonna keep going on, and then people gonna cry out to God and be like, "Oh God, why are you letting this happen? He's terrorizing everybody." And God said, "I give you 2 fists in it. Handle it.
Yo,
Like I gave you the strength to handle him."
yo.
So I'm just getting tired of disrespect. Put some respect on God's name. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
don't come after his people thinking they're just so passive. They're not gonna do anything. It's like, God tell us we can protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, stop trying it. Stop.
I believe before that ass whooping he dished out, God gave him power from above and put him in them fists. He
Bless
like,
his holy hands.
he like, man, I'm gonna give you this power right now because he asking for it.
I mean, yeah, like, but to see, I guess one of the tricky things about it is like this is one of them clear cut situations where people would, I think everybody agrees with the pastor and whooping that guy's ass because that's terrible for somebody to do. That's nasty. That's straight nasty. Like you don't do something like that to people. But there are some people who would take a concept like this and try to make it seem like it's okay or not okay to swing on somebody who's making active threats to you. You know, the whole free speech bullshit and everything like that. But my thing is, people need to stop being stupid about it. Like I said earlier, some things you just shouldn't say. And I wish it wasn't so black and white as far as like the law and everything. Because some people will be out here harassing you for days, bothering you, doing this, that, and the third, making threats against you and your family. And the most you could do is just sit there and be like, "Oh well, I'm gonna call the cops on you," and then they still doing it every day. And then every time the cops show up, they're just like, "Well, he didn't touch anybody yet, so we can't do anything." But then, so it's almost like, so you mean I can't? The most I could probably maybe get is a restraining order if I happen to catch this motherfucker on video or audio. But other than that, I'm basically just a sitting duck waiting for this dude to have a psychotic crash out and possibly harm me and my family for y'all to actually be able to do something. By then, I might be dead or somebody else might be dead. Like, what is this shit?
I mean, it's just like school bullies. The
Yeah.
parents go to the school saying, "Hey, this bully bothering my kid. This bully bothering my kid." And the school principal's like, "Oh, we can't do anything." And then the minute that kid decked that other kid in the forehead, and take them clean out. Now they want to get all up in arms, and it's like we've been telling you this been a problem for the longest.
Yep.
So why didn't you do anything until I did something?
Yep.
I think that's a terrible, terrible process, and I wish they would do something to fix that. Cause I don't condone threat language or any type of real harassment. Cause I feel like if you're making somebody feel like their life is in danger, like reasonably speaking, I'm not talking about the pansy ass snowflake. Like, oh, he said I was ugly and I felt like my life and my well being was in danger. Like, no, I'm saying actual hard ass threats. Like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna beat your ass. I think it's reasonable for somebody to want to, just either go on the defensive or offensive to just shut the situation down. Cause if I gotta have self control to not punch people in the face whenever I so choose to, people need to have self control to not say certain types of language to people as far as like things that are threatening. Because I don't feel like if I'm for free speech and everything like that, but some things are just a no. It's just a no.
Yeah. That's
Well,
true.
we have a human right to protect ourselves. So the minute a threat is brought up, then I have a right to protect myself. And I will do what I feel I need to do in self-defense.
Yeah, but it sucks because, on paper, if the police show up and they're like, who threw the first punch or who is the aggressor, they gonna be like, oh, that one there threw the first punch, put her in jail. Like, that's what I don't agree with. But then if you tell the police officer, like, okay, this man's been harassing me for like a while and he said he was gonna kill me, and so I felt like I need to defend myself, they still gonna look at you funny. It's weird.
That shit, wow.
I don't care how it looks. I care about survival.
Yes,
Exactly. That's
what that is. Man.
I
It's
know
like,
if I tell a man no and he's still following me, I'm going to turn around and tase him. I mean, because I want to survive. I don't.
handle that shit right then and there.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about? Why are people being allowed to harass other people anyway?
I'm like, shit, the fuck I gotta wait and call the police for?
Exactly.
Like,
They
shit,
just
this is
gonna
happening
run away.
now. This is happening right now. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
by the time y'all get here, one of us gonna be incapacitated, bro.
So you mean to tell me I'm waking up every day, putting my clothes on, getting ready, just to walk outside my house, just to get harassed?
I
Shouldn't be
mean,
like that.
it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be like that.
Exactly. So I'm going to make sure it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the
I don't
purpose
think
of
that
me
was-
waking up every day is for some other person to harass me.
Exactly, cause like, shit, that goes to off into the oppression territory.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like every day you get up, you gotta feel some kind of way because this person won't leave you alone.
Absolutely
I
not.
like shit, boy. That shit mess with your mental and everything. That's why I say just handle it right then and there on the spot, and be done with it. Then what, like that goes back to what we saying about corporations earlier. Like, why the fuck do you have this lazy piece of shit, sorry ass person lingering around? You're oppressing everybody else, bro. Like, it needs to be handled right now. And with the situation with him, I'm glad. That's why I say free Pastor Tony, dog. Like, he handled that situation like how all situations in life that have a person oppressing somebody else or trying to, have them on 10 or fearful or whatever. He exercised that demon out that dude with his fist. And I'm like, for that, I give him a round of applause. I mean, hey, if that was any other pastor, it probably would have went down like how you said, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn the other cheek, and I'm not gonna engage in. And it's like, no, like throughout the Bible with David and various people in the Bible, when they had to go to war, they had to go to war, dog.
Exactly.
Like there wasn't no, oh yeah, let's inform the police and then
They'll take care of it.
wait for them to take care of that. And it's like, no, if you gotta go to war and God called you to go to war right then and there on the spot, you better do it.
God said, I'm with you. Let's
He like-
handle this.
He gonna give you the power and what you need to
I
succeed.
have the power.
You're gonna get what you need to succeed
I
with
think
God.
people getting hung up on the title of pastor, that's a person.
Yeah, he's a person.
So
he's a guy.
let's
at
not
the end
get
of the
hung
day.
up on titles.
Human
That
being.
is a person. So anytime you threaten a person, that's the response you're gonna get.
Yeah, I like that. Why I'm like, hey, they shouldn't even wrote that man up, arrested him, none of that. Like I said, once they found out he was a pastor, they should have just been like, you know what, you free to go home.
And why they didn't charge the other dude?
I don't know. I might look into the
Why
story.
he not in a mental
he
straight
need to be in a
jacket or
psych
something?
ward,
Like
man.
he should get charged too.
I might look into the story further, but just from what they got up here and what most people are posting, all they posted that the pastor whooped his ass and the pastor got booked, but not too many people are saying what happened to the other guy so far. But
Yeah,
I think it's odd that because some of the stuff I've been reading, it says that people in the community knew about the other guy harassing people and everything like that, saying like off the wall shit.
See?
And I'm like, why did they take the pastor if they knew about this guy? And it's just weird, man.
And there's repeated police record of call logs.
I think there is.
Then why is the pastor charged?
That shit be
Why is a
crazy,
man not
man,
charged for
when-
harassment?
This the crazy part.
That's just weird.
When somebody decides to do something about it, that's when it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, this man has a history. Like, okay, let's say maybe he was like 2 harassments in deep with the community and somebody else whipped his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, then what? You know what I'm saying? But it took that whole, I guess they were scared or they didn't want to engage in conflict with him. But like I said, this dude's a pastor. He knew what time it was. He was like, God, hey, I can no longer sit here and let this man prey on my sheep in my flock. He was like a shepherd and he had a coyote preying on the sheep in his flock.
Gotta put him down.
And guess what happened? Guess what happened?
Put him all the way down.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me personally, if he got multiple incidences of this happening, it shouldn't have even got that far. Somebody should have took him out. But you want to know what though? I will say this. God was probably telling them people, hey, take him out, take him out, take him out. It took up until he got to the pastor for somebody to actually listen to him. That's the sad part. It's like it took, cause like all y'all got these harassments, y'all make these harassment claims, but it took a good amount of y'all that had to deal with this dude up until they get to the pastor. So basically, all them people up until the pastor wasn't listening to God at all. Either they were and they got scared and they's like, nah, I'm not doing that. But it took till he got to the pastor for him, and pastor man of God now. So hey, he wasn't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as he heard that, he went into action.
I mean, people don't got a right to harass other people.
So it's
who are they?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, cause I'm like saying to myself, I like think about how many people this man that harassed. If there's multiple incidences before this, I'm like, it just so happens the pastor was the only one listening to God at the time because, hey, he put them hands on him. He put them holy hands on him. You know what I'm saying?
And this is, mind you, unprovoked.
Yeah.
So the pastor didn't do anything to him. He just wake up one day and decide to harass the pastor and his family and everybody else.
Yeah. Cause see, like that's the thing I be hating. Like on the side note, that's the thing I be hating about. Like, the trickle down effect. Like it's like some of these people who are out here who evil, who do things unprovoked. They go out there and they do that shit to people, and nothing happens. And the people don't even check them on that shit. You know what I'm saying? To maybe give them like a second thought, like, and then they get away with it for so long the way they think they're invincible and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it take that one person, you know what I'm saying, to have to knock them down. But I'm like, I'm saying to myself, like, it shouldn't take, 50 to 20 people to get to 21 in order for him to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have been stopped at number 1.
I agree. What
You
was
know
the
what I'm saying?
first
Like,
person's antennas
yeah, like,
when he was acting a fool?
like, you should have been stopped at number 1. That first person you thought you was gonna talk crazy to, they should have been like, they should have been listening to God that day and said, hey, look, man, check this out. You got 2 seconds to rephrase your statement. If not, this what we finna do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I say, good job, Pastor. The Lord bless you with a wife and a family. It's your job to protect them, and that's exactly what you did.
Bravo,
Yep.
sir. Bravo.
Yep, I'm all for what he did because I'm like, man, free speech is nice and everything, but some people take it too far, and it's like they use it to harass people because the whole thing, like, oh, you can't, if you throw the first punch, you're gonna get in trouble, like, and most people don't want to go to jail or have to, deal with any of that process, but you get people who learn how to work the system and how to, do the bullying and harassment. And Pastor said, nah, you not finna threaten me or my family or my congregation. He threw them hands, dusted that boy up. But yeah, it's been a good podcast for today. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all in the next one.